Let's fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. Let's fucking go. We going out blazing.
Let's get hunting.
This is Propulation. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. 24/7 researching, it's all a fantasy. But if I make the right plays, it pays automatic. Bankroll showing that I know it dope strategy. On a winning streak, I'm stacking a dose of the bookies all get mad at me. Confident with how it plays, not clicking on a flex today. All I see is green and we all about to get paid. Arrogant Josh on the stream, they be killing it. Never gonna stop it, I like if you feel it. Picking the players, they all never time you can't make up your mind and just go with your gut. Looked around, we found a glitch, no toast allowed, just supposed to live. Sophia's fine, sat to his stick, and Caitlin Clark just doesn't miss. Win, lose or draw, we never quit. When we shoot the ball, it's another switch. Submit the link, it'll make you rich, and we going big, don't be a bitch. Let's fucking go, we about to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. Let's fucking go, we going out blazing. This is Propulation. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. We about to go big.
This is the game.
We going out blazing.
Let's get hunting.
This is Propulation. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks.
Well, hello there.
Yo, what's going on? Welcome back, Propulation YouTube. It is, Tuesday, June 4th. We got Taco Tuesday going on right now. Second taco just dropped. And as always, joined by Underrated. What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm wonderful, man. I'm wonderful. We had a day off. We're back. We're ready. We're refreshed. We're ready to kick some ass again. You know what was so great is we did so well the day before we had that little break. How nice is it when you come off a great game, a great day of wins, beat the bookies' ass, and then you get to go rest and think about it for that day off. And now we're back to whoop some more bookie ass. And I'm not sad, bro. I'm stoked, bro. We need some music. Let's go, bro.
Cue it up. Let's get the party started.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. What we got today, E? What we doing to him? What we doing to him today, bro?
Hopefully we're gonna be robbing the bookies. We got what was that? We got Taco Tuesday, as I mentioned, going on right now. They just dropped the Alyssa Thomas discount from 32 PRA down to 25.5, and we'll get to that here in just a minute. I think we'll give everyone just a few minutes here to get in, and then we'll hop into game totals, spreads, money lines, all that fun stuff, and then hit on a few props. And,
Yay!
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
sounds
man,
like a fun
I'm
day.
It is. You know, after having a solid day off, which they did kind of, drop the board super early. I think it was like 24 hour in advance, but gave us some time to look at the props. So, we make the best of it, and here we are today. We got 2 hours. We're just shy of 2 hours before the lock, and I'm rested up, ready to go, man. I got a cup of coffee in me and
Perfect.
good hot lunch, so I'm excited.
Perfect, man. And I'm coming off a nice Asian baseball victory from last night. Got a little sleep. Now I'm ready to win some WNBA. WNBA by day, Asian baseball by night. Cannot beat it, bro. And look, we got Base the Wolf here, bro. He said, "What up, peace?" He said, "Peace." He threw the peace sign up.
What's up, man? I haven't seen him in a little while. How are you, man? Hopefully all is well.
We got Big Mike. He said, "Let's effing go." We got Ryan. He said, "Hi. Anyone know the percentage odds of the WNBA taco hitting?" I assume that's the Alyssa Thomas. And he says, "Anyone know the odds?" That's a very... what's the word? Depends on your perspective there, right? But what do you think about that?
Yeah. Well, let me see if I can find the actual odds for this particular one. I don't know if... I don't see... Most of the websites aren't doing... They're not doing alternate lines for, really any of the WNBA. But, Yeah, this one would actually be guessing. They don't. I'm checking FanDuel as well, and they just don't have any kind of like alt line for this to compare. So I mean, most of their tacos are like somewhere around that minus 300 range. 290, 280.
I think he more meant, what do you think about it?
I mean, as a whole, it's not bad. There's definitely some blowout risk. I mean, there is for sure blowout risk. The spread moved from, I think, 12 to 12.5, and now it's at 13. She could get it done. I'll say her and Bonner have some serious history against Washington. I would have liked for Shakira Austin to actually have been playing here to make me feel a little bit better about it for that inside shooting and rebounding chance. But, I mean, I can see it. Even if Washington's shooting a handful of threes, she'll probably snag a few long ball. And, I mean, we're kind of hoping that assist rating stays the same, so that is something to monitor. Washington has actually been hanging around in a lot of their games and fighting back, and they're actually not allowing that many assists. So there's a couple things, working negatively, but I would say probably as a whole, I mean, it should be like an 80% hit rating. I mean, she's hit it for really, I think, a large majority of the season anyways, so
that's good. That's good. That basically means play it. If you're going to play on PrizePicks, you might as well take advantage of this one.
Yeah. I feel like it's a good one. I mean, she's a triple-double threat every single night, so you really can't go that wrong.
Yeah, I mean, she could get there even if she scores 8 points. So. Okay.
She's only missed it twice this season, so 6 out of 8 games? Yeah.
Okay. I feel it. Nathan says, yo, yo, yo. What up, Nathan? Yo, yo, yo. And are you ready for Big Sean's movie trivia? Put your hands in the air, E. Put your hands up. We want to see your hands. No cheating with the Google machine. First question for the week from 1986. Person 1, hey, Mother Goose, how's it going? Person 2, good, Tom. This is Pete Mitchell. Tom Kazansky. Put your hands up, E.
What?
We can't see your hands.
Hold on, I'm trying to see what this...
Hold on, I'm trying to type it in Google.
First question...
Hold on.
And I'm assuming this is from Top Gun, if I had to guess, but...
Ding, 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 ding. Woo! What did he win, folks? You won the next question or the next comment.
Yeah.
It is. Let's go. I'm not even betting tonight, but I'm here to support my fave Discord YouTube fam. Brother Ski. That's what's up, bro. Best analysis in the game, he says.
Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. Glad to have you.
Big Coach says, did we win? Big Coach, you got to get a new one. We got to get a new one, bro. We've been winning, bro. Stop asking the damn same question, bro. Ray's here. Ray says, what up, guys? Ray wants that do or die.
Oh, hey, Ray, my guy, man. You got to be in the Discord by now, man. We hit, 4 out of 4 or 5 out of 5 the other day or the other week?
He said,
man. Oh, Speaking of, you can still find the links to that for the description down below. We're still running our free 7-day trials for our Patreon for the Discord. And it goes a long way for you guys. I mean, we're still up about, I think, 12, 13 units since the start of the season. Had a really solid Sunday. Fingers crossed today goes well. And yeah, while you're down there, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for us too. It really goes a long way. And it costs you guys nothing. So... we appreciate you guys all being here, stopping by, and yeah, looking forward to tonight, honestly.
Heck yeah. Bennett says, here we go. Mike tried to answer the question for you. He put Top Gin, but he meant Top Gun. He was trying to cheat for you. Big Sean says, yes, Top Gun. Big Sean's so happy that you got it right. And Coach says, no, bro, that's stamped. All right, Coach. Well, you can keep doing it if you want. I might not read it next time, though. Just letting you know. Just kidding, I will. Ray says, I'm going to join. Let's do it. All right, let's get to these props. E, these people are fiending for some props. They want some money. You're looking too high over there. You're looking like you're slowing down over there. We need some energy.
Oh, we got some energy. Don't worry about that. The first part you definitely got right. But hey, I'm feeling nice and chilled today. So hopefully good vibes carry over. Have a good night. And yeah. Let's go ahead and hop into it. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. So first up tonight, we got the Mystics traveling out to Connecticut. This one should be an honest bloodbath. I mean, Connecticut at home. They're undefeated on the season already. They're the number one defense, and this is gonna be a really slow game. So I don't know if I can mess with this under 152. That's kind of pushing it, but I get it. I mean, the starters more than likely for Washington will probably sit early, and we've already seen same thing for Connecticut. They sit the starters early so far this year. Coach has been kind of cautious with their players, not really trying to wear them down too early in the season. Just a few things to keep an eye out for. So we're definitely going to queue up Connecticut to win here. Anything beyond that, I mean, you could take a shot at the minus 13. That's kind of getting on up there. I usually try not to play anything double digit, but you know, I get it.
I forgot.
How you feeling about that?
Oh yeah, Connecticut got this easy. That's just an easy little bonus to add on to your bet. Pretty much, I would say. I don't see them losing. They're going to be undefeated after today. I was going to say, how easy was our last our last little two-play parlay, right? What was it? Phoenix and New York? Is that what it was?
Yeah, Phoenix. Yep, Phoenix and New York. I mean, it was somewhere like minus, I think, 168, 169. And yeah, super easy. They came out and handled business. We had a read all day on the back-to-back situation with Indiana traveling out to New York. Just smashed that game from start to finish. I think the only blemish we had was Kelsey Mitchell went over her points, but everything else totally spot on.
Bro, I went back and watched the stream just to kind of see how the quality was and how, you know, this little funny things I check out. And I was listening to what you were saying, and like almost everything happened how you said on that stream. That was crazy. It was fucking dope. So I remember that. And then the time before we did Phoenix and Seattle, I think it was, and that was easy too. Like these here on the books have been money. So let's do it again.
Yeah.
Let's do it again. So you got that. What else we got?
So for the next game, this one, I know New York is pretty heavily favored, which is kind of surprising, even though Chicago did upset them in New York. I kind of expect the same thing here, but you know, Chicago, they've been kind of solid so far this year, just very steady, very consistent. They're not really doing anything too amazing, but they're not really throwing games. They're not losing by any kind of a large margin. And I gotta say, New York, up until at least this last week, whenever we had that holiday time off or whatever, and they had some extra practice, I mean, they looked horrible on the road, like absolutely horrible. So tough call here. You know, I think you could even consider, I don't know about the money line for Chicago, but I would definitely consider either this 8.5 or I got a hunch the first half is probably taxed up a little bit. Yeah, a little bit here. So I could see Chicago hanging around the first half here. This game, I really don't have a true 100% either direction, so I'm not gonna lock anything for like certainty wise here. But I think first half you could definitely consider this. And the under total here, you know, if New York shows up on defense, great. But if not, I mean, this could be a barn, just an absolute shootout.
I think the bookies got it right on that game. Just leave that one right alone. Leave that right alone. What else we got? Oh, the next one is our favorite, though. That's an interesting game.
Yep, we got two kind of mediocre defenses. I know as a whole, Seattle has been better, like on paper, but they're still very vulnerable to the 3-point range. And Phoenix is, I think, top 2 in threes allowed. So even though Seattle is kind of somewhat limited on their 3-point shooting, I mean, the defense now, especially with having recent news, Nneka actually just got ruled out. She has eye issue or something like that. So that's a huge defensive step back. You know, now we're going to have more than likely Mercedes Russell starting, and she doesn't do anything on offense but just grab rebounds. So a little something to keep in mind there. But with this, I could see this game total definitely going over. The only pause or the only little hesitation I might have here is just if Phoenix comes out super flat, plays a terrible game, and gets blown out. But I don't think that's going to happen here.
So is that your favorite? There's not any smack you in the face great plays here on the books today. It seems like compared to what we've been having. Seems like they're about right there. I mean, Connecticut we know is going to win, but it's minus 1100, right? So
Right. So honestly, I would probably shy away from these a little bit here, but since we're kind of already on this page here anyways, I don't know who is making this lineup for Minnesota Lynx at minus 320 whatever. This should be like minus 500. They're going to absolutely come in and beat the brakes off of the Sparks. Like, this is just disrespectful.
Okay. So we'll play that tomorrow, yeah? Think it'll move? It probably will move, actually.
Yeah, no, this is definitely moving. I mean, they're going to beat the hell out of the Sparks.
How can we get that in a bet here? Are the Aces going to lose tomorrow?
It's in Dallas, man.
Didn't they just lose?
Yeah.
You think they're going to come out and lose again?
No, but so Dallas and Vegas are very similar in their home road splits. These two teams are so dominant at their home stadiums. It's not even funny. Dallas, though, I mean, they are pretty banged up, but these are just kind of, I mean, you can see the odds. These are super favorable odds. This is really enticing.
That's what I'm saying. You put that Aces with Lynx. You got a nice little play there, maybe. Unless you think the Aces might lose. You know what we can do? We could just hold off, wait for some Asian baseball under, play that with that Minnesota, if you like that the best.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah, there you go. No, I mean, I could see I could see them handling business here, but I mean, just like again, I'll show you the Dallas games. Some of them they were able to steal just a few of them here and keep them pretty close. So it's not like this is not a free win by any means. I mean, they only had one game where they really ran away with it last year, but everything else was a battle.
Can you do like if you don't want to touch Vegas, can you do like a Connecticut, change that spread a little bit, maybe Connecticut -5 or something like that, and then add that to the Lynx? Maybe get some, they let you do that, right? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
There
absolutely.
we go. Maybe
you
that.
could even do something like this. Here, we'll go 5.5. They'll cover that at least.
Try 5, just because we want a little bit better payout, I think, right? Or my bad, 6. Oh,
6?
that's not helping much. Yeah, never mind. 5.5 parlay is the sweet spot.
Yeah, so I mean, -161. Put in a hundo, getting about $62. That's not bad. It's a little more than half of a payout, or a 1.5.
It works. It's not like the plays we had the last few days, though.
Right. These are a little bit more tricky. I think for a safe play, this is definitely one you could strongly consider. Or even let's see what the first half is.
Ooh,
at 8s.
First half money
can't do
line,
8.
though. That's not bad.
Hey, there we go. This might be the one.
182 is kind of poo-poo, though. We'd have to add something to feel better.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you could even come down here for like the oh, never mind. They actually don't have it. Usually they have an alternate total you can bet on here.
That's what I was going to say, too, for that you liked.
I mean, you could even, honestly, if you want to mess around with the alternate total, you could go up and then just take the under here. Like, go all the way up to like 163 and then take this under. And you could parlay in with that. But this is good. We're not greedy here, folks. We're making smart bets, smart decisions. So 182, I can live with that. Throw you a little 50 on it.
I mean, that's
$28.
Yeah, like that's not free, but that's close to a great play. And actually, the more I look at that, the more that -182 is pretty much, it's actually better value. Because what are the chances the Lynx lose tomorrow, bro? Not very high. And what are the chances Connecticut's behind at halftime? Not very high. So I think that's a good value bet, actually.
Yep. So there you guys go. I mean, I think at least for right now, what we have for tonight, these are probably the best, safest options for us to work with, and I feel pretty good about locking this in. I throw a unit on this. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now while you speak. I'm going over to Bovada because I don't live in Colorado, and I'm gonna see what they give me. But yeah, that's cool. I'm down with that. We can go into the props. Yeah, actually, let's see if there's a question or not since then. Nathan says, what's Connecticut first half looking like instead of full game? And that's what we did with the -520. Maurice says, what up, bro? Coach says, everyone please like, subscribe, and share to your friends. We appreciate it. Appreciate you, Big Coach. And let's get back to the props. If anyone has any questions about props today, throw them in the chat. Big E will do his best to answer them. But what you got now?
All right, so obviously, like I said, they listed Thomas Taco. Even with these two kind of blemishes here, she did get ejected from the Chicago game, and then the Phoenix was like the worst blowout I've ever seen in WNBA history. So ignore those two games. Go back even further, and she's been crushing this line. So it's a good taco. Like I said, I feel like it's a solid 80% hit rating, give or take tonight, and we're definitely going to build off of this.
Cool. I agree.
Let's go to, so let's see real fast actually if we got Seattle props back. We did not, so I'm not gonna be able to talk about them for now. Maybe towards the end of the show we get them back. I don't really know why they're holding back on them. I mean, it is unexpected news, but we've already seen plenty of games with NECA being out, so they should have all this info ready.
It'll be up here soon, I bet.
Yeah, probably.
I'm looking on a different site too. See if they got it, but go ahead. Cool Ken said, cool, hopped in just in time for PrizePicks. Skip that DraftKings trash. Man, don't talk about DraftKings like that. No, they are trash. Everyone's trash. All these bookies are trash, but damn, they be giving up money, bro. DraftKings be giving up money.
Yeah, and they've still been running one of my favorite promos. If you are into MLB, they continuously have been running the up 2 runs early, cash out for the money line. So if you guys have access to DraftKings, I think it's down to like $100 limit for that. But if you know baseball, or if you're in the Discord, like we keep talking about, we're doing a lot of baseball magic in there, and guys definitely catch some action.
James says, Eric, I'll pay for your rent mortgage if you take Natasha Cloud under 4.5 boards today.
I'll play it. I'll definitely play it.
He said, I'll make that trade. You're going to pay my rent this month for Natasha Cloud under? Yeah, okay. Let's go.
Somebody actually had mentioned it in the Discord earlier today, and I mean, it's not too bad. So like, look at the comparable teams that they played against so far, and Grandma Wire, what are we doing? Stop this, dude. They have some like ad pop out thing now that is just absolutely driving me crazy.
Pay that money, E. Pay that money.
No.
Grandma Wire won't be doing that to you.
No, we're keeping the free ski.
Come on, bro. PrizePicks be giving you enough money, bro. Come on, man.
So real fast, let's look at to hit on that question here real fast. If you look at the teams that are pretty comparable to who they're playing against today, Seattle doesn't really shoot a whole lot of threes, so Washington kind of right up that alley, but Connecticut and Dallas really close comparable games, and you can see even in these 36 minutes she's still kind of struggling to get that. And Minnesota shoots a handful of threes. Sparks, kind of surprising she only had three rebounds, but I mean, really, as a whole, she had these 4 games here. 2 of them were against Vegas, which is just kind of weird. But 3 games actually. But the 2 games against Vegas, and then these 2 right here. So I mean, it's not a bad line. She's playing insane minutes, so that's kind of something to think about. But no NECA now tonight too. I mean, I don't know who she's gonna be snagging the ball from. I could see it.
There you go.
Okay. First play I want to talk about today is Miss Vandersloot in her return back to Chicago.
Yeah,
What you think about that?
Little garden gnome.
That's right.
Little Santa's
favorite,
little helper.
our favorite elf that we love, that's been in the league for forever.
She is.
As you guys can see.
Talk about Grandma Wire.
I know.
Jeez.
Many seasons here with Chicago, so this game holds a lot of meaning for her. The first game, it was in New York, and she still had a nice little clinic, put up 21 PRA, no problem. You could consider the fantasy, For me, I'm a little hesitant because we haven't seen her defensive prowess really at all this year. I mean, at best, she's really getting like one stock a game or one steal a game. But we also are getting the turnovers with it. Plus, you're paying the fantasy tax. Just something to keep an eye out for. I know the assists will rack up with that 1.5. So I get it. I definitely get it. But I think today, sharper option is going to be the PRA. She hit this, I believe, in all but 2 games this season. And then you look at last year, in every game she played against Chicago. Surprise, surprise. She only missed 1 time. But, I mean, the assist rating looks phenomenal. And I think she's been really kind of taking a backseat for shooting as a whole. And this matchup, really great points in the paint, points in that kind of inside slashing lane. And she could easily put up 8 to 10 real points here and have, 8 assists, something like that. So all we need is just a little bit of wiggle room in there for like a rebound. And I mean, I think this would be easy sailing.
All right. So we're betting on an elf today.
We are. And
Okay.
she's been coming along. Her minutes are ramping back up too. So I think metrics are moving pretty good in the direction of them playing 4 quarters this game. I got her down for about 10 points, at least 8 assists, and then just throw in some rebounds.
Okie doke. Okie dokie dokie oak.
A other play to also consider is going to be, I know the field's kind of high on Stewart today. I get it. If you're going to play her, probably just throw in the fantasy. Chicago, they're allowing the most points in the paint. Second chance points, offensive rebounds, all that good stuff. And they are also allowing the most blocks. So that is something to consider between Angel Reese. She's going to be shooting a lot. And then they have Cordoso, who is coming in with the new look in the secondary unit so far. And she actually led the team in her offensive usage last game too. So with that being said, either of, I think, Stewart or JJ, very live tonight. If I had to pick, JJ, have exposure to both of these in some kind of cards tonight. You could consider and get away with playing both of them the same thing, but that's on you guys if you want to.
Futon Bet says Sabrina over 3 threes. What do you think about that? Sabrina threes. You're scared?
Yeah,
of it.
so I am actually on Sabrina unders today. She opened at 18-5, and if you look at the first game that they played, she only put up 18 points exactly. It was either 18 or 19, but a lot of that came off the back of JJ being in foul trouble. So let's see. She had 19 points exactly on 20 field goal attempts. She is not shooting the ball 20 times, folks. That's not happening. This is a total outlier game. Both of these games, JJ was in foul trouble. Chicago has been elite at shutting down 3-point shooting. I mean, absolutely elite. It's not even funny. The attempts they are allowing, I mean, by far, I mean, you can see this night and day. It's just insane. And then the percentage is pretty far down there. I mean, only 30% from the field. Very, very tough. But the 3 points made, I mean, not even 6 per game. That is insane, and that's right on par with all of these bottom 3 defenses. I mean, they are absolute no-fly zone against the 3-point line.
Okay, so you're
She
saying
could do it.
She could do it, but you're not on that.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
the
she
spot.
can do it, but there's so many metrics going against it, and even like the overall field goals made. I mean, this Chicago team is bottom 3 and allowed, so very hesitant about her overs today, scoring wise.
So basically, we wait for her to not do as much today. They move her line down next game, and then you hit it next game, if you want to do it that way, right?
Yeah. So if you guys also, again, in the Discord, we got this at an absolute banger yesterday. She opened at 18-5. I said insanity. We're going under, and now she's at 17-5.
Ooh, we got some value on that. There we go. Dropped all the way a whole nother point. I just lit this joint too. See how it rhymed? Cool Ken said
Hey.
Vandersloot over 3.5 rebounds. Vandersloot over 3.5 rebounds. And then he said she got a bad back. I believe he's talking about Sabrina. Maybe? Not Vandy, right? Or does Vandy have a bad back?
I believe Vandersloot was having a back issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
said-
it was
he-
Vandersloot. But she's good to go now.
He said over 3.5 boards for the Garden Gnome.
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, a fairly high hit rating. The rebound rating though, percentage wise for her, it is pretty low. I don't know if I would take just a straight up rebounds. I would probably lean a little bit more to the RA because again, JJ was in massive foul trouble, and if she's going to be out there on the floor, she's going to soak up some of those rebounds, or she has to soak up some rebounds. So I could see it, but just kind of tread with a little caution there.
Okay.
The history also is kind of 50-50.
Futon Bet says it'll be a sweaty one talking about the Sabrina threes, but appreciate the look. All good, bro. Appreciate the question. Alex says Elizabeth Williams only at 5 rebounds? ? I bet you know why. E. Let him know.
Yeah. So I mean, Cardoso being back, she is the future of this team as far as like who's starting at the 5. She will be their starting center sooner than later. And this last game, as I mentioned, she had a 25% usage rating, and some of that I think is honestly just like, oh, it's her first game, so let's get her work back. But that is something to keep an eye out for, and we
That's
saw
huge.
immediately.
Yeah. Sorry.
Immediately, these minutes came back down for Liz. I mean, only 21 minutes here.
That's definitely the reason, right? And those are those bookie tricks. They're trying to get you with that Liz Williams 5 rebounds because they're like, yeah. You don't know Cardoso's back? What you talking about? Try to take this. Oh, she's gone over that 5 in 4 of the last 5 games. So, No.
Yep.
There's a reason.
It's definitely a trappy play, and I can see, like, yes, she could get over. I'll say that she could get over just on her, capability and all this and this, but it's a pace down game. So this last game is very close to kind of metrics wise what we're looking at. It's a pace down, not really a pace up spot for her, and we just don't know the minutes. That's the biggest question mark with her moving forward is how many minutes is she playing?
Right.
Honestly, just have no idea.
Yeah, and you don't want to make a bet on a maybe. You want to only make a bet when you feel like it's a lock, because then you'll have a decent chance to win. Because there's no locks, right? We want to make only bets we feel that are almost impossible to lose. So when we don't know the minutes, just gotta pass. Cool. Ken says Vandy, he meant her back hurting. And guess who's here?
Yeah.
Big Chosen. Bingo! Thank
Hey.
you. Nice doing business with ya.
What's up, Chosen? What's up, man? Glad to have you. Hopefully you and the family are doing well. And glad to see you, man. Glad to see everyone.
Pedro says, how about Angel Reese under PRA? Ooh. He said under.
Yeah, I could see the under PRA. Be careful with Reese. She's kind of one of those trap plays today too that bookies are trying to lay out. Oh my goodness, sorry. Her lines moved a little bit too much the other way, and I think people are definitely in the same mind frame. Like, she's playing up against Stewart, she should have her hands full, and Cardoso being back, cutting the rebounds, all that stuff. All that stuff is definitely true, but her role and her minutes and all that stuff didn't really seem to change. So I gotta think that, unless Reese really gets into foul trouble, and that's really been the only reason she's actually had to sit down, she's kind of locked in for about 30 to 33 minutes potentially here tonight. And Stewie's been kind of a shell on defense. I don't know what's up with her. She just got worked over by like Boston and Alyssa Smith, so she should be in line for a bounce back game here. But that's kind of scary. I really don't know what's going on with her lately.
Yeah, I feel you. It's like you see they moved the line down a little because Cardoso, right? That's the plan. And then you want to think she's not going to do as much, but then again, it might be Liz. So going under is a little bit sketchy, right? That's the reason. Her lines moved down a little too much, right?
Yeah, and so Reese, she did get a bump back up. They did bump the points from 10 to 10.5, and then I believe the PRA bumped up a little bit here too. I know the first half definitely bumped up, but she's not really playmaking, so I get the assist downside here, and I think the rebounds are still just too high. 8.5. That's a huge ask for how many capable rebounders this team actually has.
Right.
So those two things, I definitely get it. For me personally, I'm just only on her scoring upside today. I think for somebody who's locked into about 30 minutes, shooting the ball at least 9 times a game, plus about 4 free throw attempts, this will be where I have some interest in today, but I definitely get the under. I would even consider maybe, yeah, now the full game under is better. Better than the first half because Cardoso, she's playing very limited minutes in the first half, and she actually had an expanded role in the second half. So if you had to pick, I would do the full game under.
Okay. Alex says, awesome. Thank y'all. LOL. I think he's talking. Oh, yeah. He asked about the Liz rebounds. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah. When we see those things when bookies try to set their little traps, man, they know, they try to do their little scammy shit, man. That's what I hate seeing. So I'm glad you asked the question. I'm glad we can throw that in there in your ear. You could just pass because that's what they're trying to do, trying to get you. Huh? What you got?
She actually opened at 6-5 last night.
Really?
Yep.
Were you gonna take that under or what? We were just looking at it, scared, shook.
No, I mean I took it and I think it was on the board for like not even 15 minutes and they pulled it.
Oh, okay. Ryan says, first time listener to the show. Good stuff, guys. Thanks. Good stuff, bro. Thank you for being here. Marie says, Stephanie Dolson, 8 points. I'd assume under. And I bet you have something for that too. Look at you. You can't help it. Don't go under her. No.
Dolson is an interesting dance today. So I know Alyssa Thomas has been absolutely cooking the opposing fours, and I get it. I totally get it. She opened at 7, which I was actually considering taking the over, and now at 8, it's really appealing, but it kind of sucks because the biggest thing with her is she's a high 50%, 60% 3-point shooter. And those increments of 3, like 8-9 points would be really, really nice. Like if she went up to 9, I feel really good about that. But 8 kind of like right there on the line. I mean, if you look on the season, she's actually been kind of getting that. She's only misses 3 games so far in the season, and one of them was, kind of lower on the minutes. With Shakira out tonight,
that's what I was about to say.
That's really hard to say. So the 2 games that Shakira was out were both of these Seattle games. Now, one of them, the first game, she was priced into more minutes. The game was fairly close, and Dolson played 30 minutes. So just know, if the game is close, Dolson is playing 30 minutes tonight. She's going to be out there for the whole enchilada the whole time.
Yeah, you don't want to sweat it under 8 with a 30-minute player. That's scary as hell.
Right. And again, she could totally stay under. I get it. It's just really close. Now, in that same breath, if it's a blowout game, she only played 21 minutes. So, I mean, almost 9-10 minute different, shorter leash. I could see that. But you're really banking on Connecticut blowing them out. But the thing I got to show you, just a little bit of in-depth here, whatever her and Connecticut's deal, their beef going on, I mean, she drops the hammer a little bit on this team from time to time. This last year, she didn't do anything off the bench. She was with New York. But when she gets minutes, there is some potential here. She's actually lit this team up for some real scoring. Yeah, and you can see the volume is pretty much the same. I mean, it's single digit. It's very low, but very efficient. And either one of those, if you're feeling kind of one way or the other, I totally get it. But man, 8 is really low for somebody playing 30 minutes.
Right. And again, it's betting. She could get 2 points, and you could be like, oh man, that dude on YouTube don't know what he's talking. But really, all it is we're just dealing with percentages. And for the most part, it's hard to say at a good, confident level she's going to go under 8 points, is basically what we're saying, right?
Yeah. I mean, because it's really kind of like right there on the line for her season average too, and now with no Shakira, and we've been assuming that Atkins is going to go under, so somebody else has to score.
Yeah, so you got to pass, I would assume, but appreciate the comment for sure. Michelle, Seattle is back up, she says.
Okay, sweet.
Ray says, what are we looking at as the do or die play of the date?
Well,
he said the top
definitely
G
these
play.
2.
The top G play. Oh, Vandersloot? That's your fave on the board at the moment?
She is one of my favorites. Either this or the I know you like the assist combo too.
It's okay. I don't love it. Just being
Yeah.
honest. I'm not a Dana Evans fan necessarily. I mean, I like her, but it's just I don't like betting on her. Unless her lines are just way too low, like they have been a few times when we bet on them. I feel like they're catching up on her a little bit.
Let me see what they moved around here.
Something about Jewel today with without NECA is interesting. I know you were on Skylar already. I mean, that can only help, I would assume, with NECA out. Maybe it fucks up her assists, but I would think Skylar still decent. Oh, they bumped her up. She was 15.5 points.
No, she got a fat bump.
Oh.
And I'm scared to see what the PRA was, because the PRA was 24.5.
I'm scared to see what the fantasy is going to be. We had it at 30,
Yeah.
right? That's a good play now.
Yep.
Well,
The,
let's get back
fan-
to the top play. Is that cool? For Ray, we'll get back. We'll just kind of look through more and decide later.
Yeah. Here, let me look back at the Discord real fast. Just double check.
When you're done with that, Pedro says, why are Kalia Copper's point lines so high when she's been so bad?
Well, the points have actually come down a little bit. She was 22 and 22.5 last slate, so she's back to 21.5 finally. She's due for a game. I mean, she's definitely due for a big game. She's actually got some pretty scary history against Seattle. Honestly, her and Jewel just go at it.
Oh yeah,
Looking
her and Jewel back and forth trying to playing that hero ball. Give me the ball. I got this. Yeah, I could see that.
So the scoring, kind of a bit right in that range, but the fantasy wise, like, hello, lots of steals.
Well, he's talking about her points line for Copper.
Yeah, I mean, it's just really with the field goal volume. She should be living around this like 18 to 19 field goal attempt range. Really, for her, you're always going to see it's going to go hand in hand with if Taurasi does well, Copper does bad. If Copper does really well, Taurasi's probably not doing so well. So Taurasi went for 31 or some shit last game. And then any of these games from the early portion of the season, it was Taurasi in the first half, and then Copper just doing everything the rest of the game. And I'm looking for those plays. Sorry, I'm looking back just to see what all bumped and what's still on the board for you guys.
No worries. So you're saying basically Copper's a little high because the potential for her to get there is there. I see it's 21.5. I mean, we've seen her a little higher than that even, so I think it's down a little.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad, but I feel what you're saying. If you just looked at the numbers, you'd say, wow, she hasn't got there in a few games, so why is it still 21.5? I think it's just more the potential in the matchup.
Yeah, for sure.
So the next thing is Naeem Hassan says Diggins over 6.5 assists. Now, how does that hit you? Are you still looking at those other plays?
No, yes I am, but to answer that question, I do like Skylar just because Phoenix is allowing, I believe, the second most assists per game, and second most assists per game. The only thing that kind of sucks now is with NECA being out, they just lost another person for her to pass to. So I mean, I had her for about 7 assists already. Now she's going to pick up the shooting volume a little bit more just by default. And I got to imagine Mercedes Russell is going to get the start here. I'm fairly confident, and she has just been absolutely doing nothing. Her and Vivian's both do nothing on this offense. So just take that with a grain of salt. Just think about who is she passing to. Ezzy, very solid conversion rate. Jewel, a bit sketchy. She plays a little bit of hero ball and doesn't really work that well off the pick and roll because these two are not going to pick and roll together. Mm-hmm. So
I get scared.
I would not plant my flag on that with that news now.
Yeah,
earlier I would have said yes, but now no.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was looking now for you know how Hot Streak lets you do you can alt up, so I can do her under 7.5 assists. I think I'm gonna do that actually to be honest.
Yeah, that's a little too much line movement that way, and it's kind of weird too because so they move her and then they don't bump Jewel at all. Like Jewel's points didn't bump, the rebounds didn't bump, the assist didn't bump. They bumped the fantasy and that was it. Even the RA went back down. Like this makes no sense.
I think it's just because Jewel's just streaky as fuck, and Skylar was a little low in general as far as getting all this usage now. You know, Jewel's already gonna kind of have the usage. I guess she gets more with NECA out, but she's already gonna go crazy, right? So when Jewel fucks off and she just shoots 2 for 12 from 3, and you're just like, oh, Jewel, you scored 9 today, and you're like, damn, why'd I play you? But I think that's why bumping her up or down, it is no big deal. It feels similar for her, you know?
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
No, it stinks. It sucks because I really like the fantasy just as a whole. Like I said, she's got phenomenal history here. I'd probably still roll the dice on the fantasy, either the fantasy or the PA. Where did that go? What's her PA?
I feel you.
Oh, yeah. 25.5. Yeah, I can get behind this.
I feel you. That's the one that didn't bump. Might as well take it. We were on it before the news, so it can't get worse with NECA out. It can only get better.
Yep. And if you guys, I know some people were interested in Lloyd's rebounds. 5, 4.5. I mean, both of them kind of felt a little high. With the news now, probably helps you out a little bit better with the 4.5, but she's got better assist upside here, I think, than anything. The rebounds might take a definite hit.
Cotty says, you still think Courtney will hit? She was just talking about her back issue, having a back issue. You said you looked at that and you think she's better now? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think she's good to go, honestly.
Okay.
She looked fine on her walk-in and shoot-around videos this morning, so I'm not really sweating it.
You know how them backs be sometimes. We hope she's okay. Just don't put an arm and a leg on the bet, you know?
If you're worried about it, I would say swap her out for JJ's fantasy then. If you don't want to play her, I think they keep bumping JJ up, but not her fantasy. So I know the first game she played like shit, but she's so due for a bounce back, it's not even funny.
Mike says, can we do anything with Stewie? PRA looks a little large, but scared to go under. And I'm going to light this joint. What do you think? How's that?
All right. Stewie's been so frustrating, man, honestly. She her shooting is awful. I mean, you look at her just as a whole in the season, all of her she's in for a career low right now. Career low scoring, efficiency, I mean field goal attempts, 3-pointers, like every metric under the sun outside of rebounding and passing the ball. Because she's actually been rebounding and racking up the RA. She's been one of their secondary, thirdary playmakers, and it's just the scoring though. And if you guys actually don't know, Reese, she's actually a little bit taller than Stewie. That kind of took me back, but I was looking at the last game, just watching those two cover each other, and Reese has actually got a little bit of height on her. So the weight and the height actually are working a little bit more in favor of Reese here. The only thing is she just, again, the foul trouble, as long as she keeps her hands to herself, very solid spot. But her backup too, Miss Turner, she's an absolute do-nothing on offense, but she's a great defender, a phenomenal rebounder, and she could actually keep up with Stewie here pretty well. So, personally, I think on-court matchup, it's decent, but it's nothing like super outlier. If you're going to do anything with her, honestly, take advantage of that block upside. She went crazy in the first game too. Again, JJ sat. But either one of these two, I got them as kind of like the 1-2 punch today between JJ and Stewie. I think you could run it with Vandersloot, but if you guys aren't feeling Bandy in the whole back news, I get that.
I do
totally
too.
Get it.
I do too. It's an interesting play. We can definitely get it because this feels a little low, but yeah, I feel you on that. It's good to be run away from being scared like that in betting for sure, right? Keep your money for those plays you love, 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 love. So yeah. Skylar Diggins Smith over PRA. So we just kind of talked about that. The line just kind of moved a little farther than you want to play with. Is that what it is? At 23 and a half?
Yeah, for straight up PA, like it's it's really the scoring. Like, this is kind of the hit or miss here, but I don't know, man. The no. You want access to the rebound. So I forgot about this. This is one of the biggest things that kind of is tipping my hat towards, and this is why they haven't put it back on the board yet either. Guards, primarily the one guard versus Phoenix. We've talked about this several times. They are averaging almost 7 rebounds a game against Phoenix from the amount of threes that they are taking. And if you go back to the most recent game, it was actually, you can see here, even with Vandersloot, old back, issues here, she still put up 5 rebounds on them. I think today, especially with Cloud has no 3-point shot. She's not even trying to shoot it from beyond the arc. There's going to be a lot of rebound upside, especially with Agumake out. NECA sitting tonight. I think we could see Skylar Price into some big minutes. Personally today, if you're going to play her, I'm thinking PRA over or fantasy over, something like that. You want access to everything. She should do everything tonight.
Skylar is what's her PRA? They don't have her PRA.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're holding back on it because they're undecided with what they're going to do with the assists right now and how juiced up do they want to make her rebounds.
And they don't have her fantasy.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll hold out for that. That makes sense. Cool. Hopefully they'll throw it up there, or if you can find it on a different site too. Quinn says, did Lloyd's points move at all? 21.5.
No.
It didn't, huh? Cool Ken says, Jules cheeks. In caps.
Yeah.
Ren says, Stewie fantasy score or don't touch her at all. I guess that's what he thinks, which is kind of what you said, right? Same idea. And then Big 2 is here. Sir. Bingo! Big 2 is here.
Let's go.
All right. So where are we at now?
Real fast. So Lloyd is definitely appealing. I think her straight up points might be a solid play.
The more we have been talking, and the more Cool Ken brought up the fact Jewel is cheeks, the more it made me want to take Jules over. No, but I feel him. Like, half the time she fucks off, but like, you just kind of gotta hope she's on. And today, 21.5 is just a little on the low side for NECA being out, right? If they don't want to move it.
Yeah, no, for sure. And that's why I'm like, how did she not move? I mean, by and large, Jewel is the primary beneficiary of NECA sitting out. So
yeah,
I'm gonna look real fast at these 2 games that NECA did sit out, but I'm pretty sure Lloyd had like a 35 or just some absurd usage rating.
I'm gonna look at what they did on other sites as far as moving Seattle stuff, because PrizePicks seems kind of weird the way they move shit. Hot Streak got Skylar at 24.5 PA. They don't have her P. Oh, they got her fantasy here, 32.3. A little high, huh? They bumped it 2 points.
2 points.
And they got Liz Williams on Hot Streak. Do they got Liz on PrizePicks?
No, God no.
See, that's what I'm saying. Hot Streak is crazy, bro. They got Liz, and you can bump her up to 14.5. Okay. Cool. I like that Jewel play even more now. Just straight points, huh? 21.5 Jewel. She is cheek, 42% of the time she's cheeks. We're riding with that 58 today. I feel him. What's up?
Real fast before we move on from that, just to show you guys kind of the what I'm expecting tonight and why I had really Skylar as the primary play. These 2 games, I'll show you guys just a usage breakdown here. These are the 2 games that NECA did sit, and you can see that, I mean, this team is firmly on the back of those 3 players, and when NECA sits, I mean, it's 30% plus usage, 30% usage, and then for both of them, their assist rating skyrockets. Skylar, she actually goes to like a 50, almost a 60% assist rating. Yeah, she actually, so 50% the first game, 63% assist rating the second game, and then still rocking, both players around almost a 30% range. So I would say almost 40% of the time the ball is going to be in the hands of either of these 2 players. and then Ezzy. I mean, sprinkle in Ezzy too. So one of these two players between Lloyd and Skylar, I would take something that encompasses like the PR, the PA, PRA, fantasy, whatever. One of those two players, if not both, are getting there tonight.
I just had a thought. I hope that without NECA, they can still make the game close, you know? I hope Jewel Lloyd. I hope Joyd doesn't have one of those fucked up games and then Phoenix just whoops their ass. Dude, could you see that happening? Or am I tripping?
Well, if Phoenix is coming out and making it rain from three, I mean, we saw them, put it on Vegas too. So if they can beat Vegas and some of these other really solid teams, I would not put it past them to, with NECA being out, they could really make them work for this one.
NECA's huge. Jewel got to be on, and I feel like all these props got a good shot. If Jewel's on, the rest will follow in. Ren says, do we have a linebacker of the day yet?
Oh, that's a good question.
I feel like
I actually don't think we...
Yeah, I feel like it was NECA, and now she's out. She's definitely a linebacker.
Yeah. Or Brianna Jones. One of the Joneses. We'll pick either JJ or Brianna Jones. One of those are going to be carrying the workload today.
I feel like JJ Jones is more like a tight end. You know what I mean? And Brianna Jones could definitely be one of those like slower linebackers, but like downhill, like tackle you, like the linebacker you bring in on a running situation. That's Brianna Jones. So
right.
There we go. Ben Kopp says Liberty or Chicago.
That one's tough, man. I'm thinking the Liberty pull up the upset here, but Chicago did beat them the first time in New York, so it is kind of hard to say. It's closer to, I think, like a 60-40 game, not quite a 50-50, but I would not be surprised. I mean, New York has been kind of sus on the road.
Can you please explain what sus means?
A little suspicious, a little suspect.
It's not very. You can't count on them, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of those. Are you sure about that?
Naeem says, how do you guys feel about Mac's rebounds at 8.5? I didn't even know Mac's rebounds. I didn't even know Mac had a prop. What are they trying to do? I didn't know that. Look at her. Natasha Mac, 8.5. Okay. What do you think about that?
Where'd she come from?
I guess they just tossed her on up there. With NECA out.
That's really hard to say.
I wonder, is that trick? They're like, Mercedes is in. She's going to rebound more than NECA anyways. And then it tricks you into thinking.
Okay, so
this
one is
light bulb.
This one is really interesting. All right, so yes, NECA being out sucks, but now that should solidify more usage for Ezzy down low, and Russell, she actually kind of shoots a little bit more in the mid-range area, so I could see more situations for Russell. She's going to set the pick and roll on the perimeter, and then Ezzy is going to have a lot of ISO down low and a lot of one-on-one. So this is kind of the same situation that we had for Shakira Austin versus Breezy and that whole first half situation. This one, oh man, this one deserves a look tonight, I will say. This is really appealing. 8.5 is a little high. Let me see the minutes. Let me check the minutes.
He's excited, folks. I can tell. He said, ooh, a new prop to look at? Ooh, and they finally given us someone new?
So the minutes are a little bit left on the table. Like, I wish she was playing a solid 30 minutes. She hasn't played 30 minutes yet this season. That's tough, man. That's tough.
That means pass.
I could see her getting that.
That means pass.
You're really...
I can see... I feel you. I can see it happening, and you want to be the person to call it. You want to be like, yes, it's going to happen. Then when it happens, you feel that good. But if you really think about it, you're either going to win or you're going to lose. Fuck feeling good. It's not a play because you don't know for sure. Right? Am I wrong? If you don't have that feeling all the way through, you can't make that bet. You got to feel all the way right, regardless.
No, that's closer to like a 50%, maybe 60% on a good day.
And hey, if she gets 12 and we're watching the game and she has 12 and you'd be like, oh, damn, I should have said. No, you shouldn't have. You made the right play right now. The right play is pass.
8.5 is pretty high.
You pass. It's nothing you want to. You do not want to put money on that. That's all. You do not. Every now and then the joint hits me and I start telling you what I think for real. Kendrick says, what up, fellas? Not sure if anybody asked. Cloud points plus ass over 18. He meant assists. Points and assists, not her ass. Over 18. A minor. No, over 18.
Yeah, that's funny.
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, if you're into Cloud today, that's tough. I mean, so she's for sure gonna have Skylar all up in her today. Like Skylar, 100% covering her the entire time she's on the floor.
Hold on. I had to stop the music for this. You said she's gonna have Skylar all up in her today.
Yep, super pause. Sorry, my dogs are throwing toys around. I just hear shit bouncing around behind me.
I wish I could rewind it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back and record that, make that a soundbite. She's going to have Skylar all up in her today. Okay.
All up in that dookie. Yep.
Wow.
Nah.
You took it way farther than me. That was too much.
I can see the assist upside. I mean, for me personally, I will never recommend Cloud. I absolutely hate her. She's the most inconsistent player ever.
Yep.
I get it, but I don't know, man. She gets on my damn nerves all the time.
You do know. Whenever anyone asks a question about Cloud, you say, no offense, I still love you. I appreciate the question, but I can't play her. I've learned. She just hurts me in the end. Ariel Atkins under 28.5 fantasy? Under. He likes her under fantasy. That's interesting, huh?
Yeah. We had a lot of interest in her fantasy at 29, so I get it. I mean, it's only a 0.5 really difference. The real biggest sweat for her is just the first half. She comes out, that's gonna be her most productive. But we really liked the straight up under 14.5 points. It was at 14.5 last night. We took that under with her today, and we saw it in the last game too, and also in the games that Shakira has been sitting out sometimes. So if they trap her, she's going to play make and she's going to rack up the RA a lot more, which is also why they took down her RA. They couldn't figure out what to do with it. It was at 8, bumped down to 7.5, bumped back up to 8, and they just pulled it. She's weird. She racks up like random steals and stuff. That's kind of annoying. But her scoring, I think, tonight is going to be severely limited. So just assuming that Connecticut comes out and handles business, yeah, I do like it.
Mark Jones says, dog day. How'd that sound? Michelle says, 25x card if you had to pick with the taco. Wow. Take the taco and throw 5 more up there, she's saying.
That's a lot of plays. Let me see if we get the rest of Seattle back. I want to see what Skylar is. That's what I'm waiting on.
You said put 5 up there, and if they don't hit, I'm unsubscribing.
6 plays? Normally I don't really go out to 6, but let's see.
Ben Cop says, are you guys going to watch the games on this channel? That'd be kind of fun.
Here? No.
We should one day.
No, we would get shut down and demonetized in a strike so fast it's not even funny.
Oh, we could put him in the background somehow. We could probably like filter the little look of it. You could still watch it with us.
So as long as we don't stream it, like the actual video can never appear on our video. We can listen, we can commentate about it.
Do you think we could put it up there and put like a little filter on it, make it look all blurry, but like, you could still watch it, but not really? No,
Nope.
You've tried it before or something?
Yeah, they will immediately strike. Somebody will report it, and you will immediately get a strike on your channel.
Hey, but think about this funny part. It's the WNBA, so maybe not. They don't give a fuck. It's WNBA.
They might not.
They might now.
They might not, but the NBA is gonna be like, "Yo, little sister, what the hell you doing? Y'all better go shut that down."
Oh man. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if we're looking for just straight up plays here. Man, I really want to know what the rest of Skylar's props looking like. But I can get behind all of these right here. Reese, Atkins under, JJ. I'm a wild man, so I'd probably even load up Vandersloot here too.
You love Courtney today. It's funny. I'm not mad at it.
I mean,
I'm
she
not
should be
mad at
good
it.
to go.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. It's going out there. It's like taking a chance. Because if she doesn't get there, you'd be like, damn, I just took Vandersloot over. But I feel you. But I do feel you on it's a little bit too low.
Yeah, I mean, extended rest. And if you look at this last game, too, I mean, they beat the brakes off of them so bad, and she still played her normal, I mean, basically a normal role. She still played 23 minutes, and she still came out in the fourth quarter, like, for a little bit. So, assuming this is a close game, honestly, I'm expecting closer to this 28-29. Maybe even could be a bold take. I could see her even capping 30 minutes tonight.
Jose's laughing at us. I probably from some weird ass stuff that I'd be saying. Ren says E hates Cloud so much, and you can tell he's holding back from saying anything positive for her. Yeah, he's reading you well.
Oh, he knows me and my distaste for Cloud and how she's burned us so many times.
It'd be so funny though if you just lost it. You just got up and started slamming stuff down on the table, throwing shit. Fucking Natasha! I can see you doing that when no one's looking. Jose says, yo, chill. Angel Reese over 10.5 points? Yes, exactly.
Yep.
And G-Man says, what? I don't know what means, but we love you, G-Man. And guess what? It's 3:10. We've been here for an hour and 10 minutes. So what you thinking?
Yep, I think we got to bounce here in a second. But let me talk about our last play here, because I'm sure a lot of folks are probably asking about this one. So, yes, even though Agumake is out tonight, one of our kind of sleeper strategy plays that we have been doing is the starting center against Phoenix has been struggling insanely bad on the glass. No center, no true starting five yet this season has even caught 8 rebounds yet to begin with. If you look at Ezzy last year, and now we also have, like I said, NECA being out again, so take the same scenario from last year. Ezzy never had 8 or more rebounds in any of the matchups against Phoenix, and a lot of that is due to Phoenix shoots the most 3 points in the league by far, and if you're shooting a lot of threes and boxing out correctly, like a professional athlete would do, then the starting center should have very limited rebounding, and then rebounds go up for everyone else. I think we were literally the only Discord that was under Hamby's rebounds last game, and that was the most free play I have ever played in my life. How free was that?
In your life?
Oh,
we've had some free ones. We've had
sweat free.
Oh, that was a really fucking great call, bro. You were on that. I had to double, triple, quadruple tell you how dope of a call that was. That was hard as fuck. You were on that from the day before. You said, "What, Hamby?" And I said, "Hamby? Why would you want Hamby?" And you were like, "Da da 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 da." And I said, "Oh, okay, Hamby under. Let's go." And what happened? I think she had 2 rebounds at halftime.
Yep.
That shit's gangster. That's gangster. Isabel says, which prop is your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
Probably the Ezzy under, either Ezzy, JJ, or Vandersloot, one of those 3. I think those were all 3 of the first plays that were posted. Let me double check real fast. Yeah, those plus Skylar. Skylar, again, I'm just kind of waiting to see what that fantasy's looking like. Eventually, if they add it. Honorable mention for Lloyd as well.
Yeah. Sean says, Cloud is so bad, sometimes she gives the other Natashas a bad name. Sean. And Negro Jones says, Cloud will record a triple-double tonight. Crying laughing face. Right. She does that sometimes. Ryan says... Ryan says, E, have you heard any more about when and who is going to have disc golf props?
Nope. Nobody yet. I mean, PrizePicks was the only place to really pick it up. I think Underdog entertained the idea of it for a while, but once PrizePicks dropped it, they were just like, nah, we're good.
They got their ass whooped is what happened.
That one weekend, they were like, "Nope, we're tapping out. This is too much."
Same with the Aussie women's basketball, bro. They didn't come back because they got their ass whooped. I love it. Okay, I think that's the end of the questions. If you're ready to wrap it up.
Yeah, man. We gotta get out of here. Go build 10x again in the Discord. Again, you guys, I think most of these, by and large, kind of were on our radar today, and Jewel and Skylar, one of those two as well. So just keep an eye out for that, and I think we are gonna get out of here. We, as always, appreciate you guys stopping by. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe down below. And don't forget to check out the free 7-day trial that we're still running for our Patreon and the Discord. And I believe we got a 2-game slate tomorrow. Let me look real fast before we head out. Nope, wrong date. Yep, 2-game slate tomorrow. Should be a really good one here between Dallas and Vegas. And then potential bloodbath, Minnesota and Sparks. So on that note, folks, underrated as always, man. I appreciate it. I think we're going to head out of here.
Let's head out of here. Smoke a couple more and put in a couple more plays and collect this money after we watch this game. We good?
All right. Yes, sir. See y'all back tomorrow. Peace out, y'all.
Late.